Hello students, Miss Cole here. I am doing this quick video along with the Google slide presentation that I made on how to create a two-point perspective graffiti wall. So I'm going to go over this, and whenever you need to, you can just do that part, do that step, and then stop, and then start it back up and so forth. So each of these artworks, I want to point out again, have a two-point perspective view, have a light source, have a cast shadow, and the name is done in graffiti style. So this is what is expected of you and your artwork. So let's go on. So for this assignment, you will also need to practice drawing your name in graffiti. So you can check out www.dafont.com for inspiration. So it's www.dafont.com. It's also important that you create this guided perspective drawing by using a pencil and drawing your lines very light, because you will be doing some erasing. So on your paper, I want you to put your name and class period, first name, last initial, class period, then turn your paper over, and with your paper laying horizontally, you are going to draw a horizon line slightly above the middle of your paper. Now this is about maybe 3.5 inches down. Then place two vanishing points, one on the left side and one on the right side, as shown. Draw a vertical line in the middle of your horizon line that extends above and below of the horizon line as shown. So it should be 1 inch down from the top and then 1 inch above the bottom. Step 3, using your ruler, connect the top of the middle line to the left and right vanishing point as shown. Then connect the bottom of the middle line to the left and right vanishing point as well. This will make a large diamond shape. Step 4, draw a vertical line on the left side and the right side as shown here. Now your vertical line should be perpendicular to the horizon line, meaning that it meets at about a 90-degree angle. You will also notice that the line on the left is slightly longer than the line on the right, and that is because the line on the right is closer to the vanishing point than the line on the left. Okay, next you are going to mark some dots along the middle line that divide it up to at least 4 even sections. Now see how these are about the same length apart? Step 5, you will use your ruler to draw the lines to connect those marks to the left and right vanishing points as shown here. So put your ruler on your vanishing point, draw a line to the dot, to the dot, to the dot, to the dot, and so forth. Okay. Now you will begin to draw your brick lines as shown. So you will start at the top drawing vertical lines, also perpendicular with the horizon line. The bricks closer to the middle of the center line will be longer and more spaced apart, and the lines will be shorter and closer together as you move towards the vanishing point. So notice again how the bricks get smaller and closer together as they get closer to the vanishing point. Skip every other line and draw lines in the same placement as are shown here. Step 7, on the remaining rows, draw brick lines that are in the center of the lines that you already drew as shown. This will create a staggering brick appearance. So as you see here, each of these lines are in the middle of the bricks that you have already created. Step 8, continue the same technique on the other side of the wall. Step 9, erase out any remaining guidelines and the horizon line behind the brick wall. So the horizon line here that was created, erase that, and then behind the 2 lines that I had you create earlier, erase that. So this is your brick wall. Next, take your ruler and draw the sidewalk as shown. All diagonal lines will converge with the vanishing points. Make sure that you do carry on your convergent line all the way to the end of your paper. You'll be using this as a reference of how to create the lines on your sidewalk. Next, you will add some sections to the sidewalk. The left side lines will angle towards the right vanishing point. So you would put your ruler on the right vanishing point and then move it over to draw each of the lines, keeping your ruler on the vanishing point. The right side lines will angle towards the left vanishing point. So it would be similar to where you would put your ruler on the left vanishing point and then create your lines as well. These lines will get closer together as they move towards the vanishing point. Next, in order to add a building behind the brick wall, draw a vertical line and then connect the sides to the left and the right vanishing points as you see here. Now you're going to add windows. Now these lines will also angle towards the vanishing point. Remember, always use your ruler. So this is how you would do it. Remember, this was your line before. So to that, you would just add this line, these lines, and then these lines. And then you will also draw a line here. So the red lines are the lines that you are adding to this. So this right here is what you create, and then you will add these lines to it. Next, you will erase out any remaining guidelines and the horizon line behind the building. So here is your horizon line you need to erase. You will erase these lines as well. And then you'll erase this line so that you have just your building. Okay. Next, you will add your graffiti name. So begin by slightly sketching out a simple line drawing of the letters to map out your font. To make the name look like it is in 2-point perspective, use the guidelines on the brick wall as your guide. The letters will appear to get smaller as you get closer to the vanishing point. So put your ruler on your vanishing point and then put it on the top for the top part of your letter, and then the bottom for the bottom part of your letters, and so forth. Using the simple line sketch as your guide, outline the letters using whatever graffiti font that you choose. It could be block letters, it could be bubble letters, whichever you prefer. Finally, erase out any lines behind the letters, then add color, shadows, and additional details to your graffiti font. The lines need to be traced with a black Sharpie, and the drawing must be colored using colored pencils, oil pastels, or crayons to create shading and values. Do not color with markers or Sharpies. Get creative and think about how you can put your own unique details, personalized graffiti name and font, and creative atmospheric background. Okay, so here are the students' past example artworks that you can use for inspiration. And if you want to add more than just the buildings I showed you how, go ahead and experiment, have some fun with it. You do need to have a 2-point perspective view. You need to have a light source, either the moon or the sun. You have to have a cast shadow, which is opposite of the moon and the sun. And you need to have your name done graffiti style on the wall, either in block letters or graffiti style bubble letters, however you wish, okay? I don't want to see any of these completely copied. Go ahead and add your own things, make it your own artwork. I can't wait to see what you do.